dust. All right, it is the Saturday, the 13th, December 13th. It's the CCH Stormhawks versus the Monticello Moose. Moose are in white, Stormhawks are in dark. In the corner it goes. We are at the Moose rink. Moose something. Anyhow, behind the net it is. Monticello picks it up. They try to break out, hits the Stormhawks defender right in front. Clayton's right there, McNabb right there trying to get a backhand. Back at the break. Over to Lindell. Lindell takes a shot low, just wide of the net. It's going to be safe. Kept in the zone. McNabb's going to throw it in deep. Finally intercepted by Monticello. They can't clear the zone. And Monticello switches directions. It's going to be held in by Clava. Shot in at the net. Picked up by Clava. Clava off the pipe. And it's finally chipped out into the neutral zone where the Stormhawks regroup and go for a switch. Chased by Hines. Hines has got shot. Sends it close to the net. It's pushed out. It's going to be icing. And at 13:33, it's 0-0. All play has been in Monticello's end at this point. Face off to the blocker side of the Monticello goalie. Nicolette center. Hines and Brandt at the sides. Thorpe and Zeltinger are at the point. Face off, controlled, knocked down low, picked up by Brandt behind the net. Brandt looks centers right up front to Nichols. Nichols gets a shot. Good save by the goaltender. Forecheck comes down. Monticello goes for the home run. They land it. They get the guy breakaway. Great save by Webstead. Got it off the blocker, but that was an odd man rush. Comes through. And dumped back down into the Stormhawk zone. Picked up by Thorpe. Thorpe gets it to Hines. Hines can get it to Nickel. Nickel's going to skate it up. So 1-on-3, dumps it in. Brandt's going to chase it behind the net. Going to come. The Moose are going to try to skate it out. Rotunda's there. It's chipped out into the neutral zone. Not fielded cleanly by Tabrake. Tabrake regroups behind the net, hits his other defensive partner, Lindell, gets it to Blake Van to Rotunda. Rotunda dumps it in deep. Behind the Moose net, Olin Van is there, along with Rotunda, pops out in front. No one's able to get a stick on it. And Monticello turns it back. They hit the center, and it's going to be offsides. And they didn't call it because the winger took out the official. Webstead goes down. I don't know why. Looks like he caught a stick. Looks like there's a lot of room behind the nets here. It's finally pushed out into the neutral zone where the Moose regroup. Rotunda chase it. It's going to be almost picked off by Olin Van. Centered right out front. Picked up by the Moose. The Moose dump it in. Webstead's going to push it to the side. Dreyer gets it. He's going to hit the wing. Clava. Olin Van gets it. He's going to dump it in deep. Nutter squeezes on the boards and puts it up into the netting at 11:30. Shots on net, 2-2 at this point. Better quality chances going to the Stormhawks at this point. Face off to the blocker side. Clava on the draw. Being pretty picky, face off down, pushes in the corner, Nutter's there, banks it off the boards. But the Moose are there to pinch it off. Still kept in the zone, finally out into the neutral zone where the Stormhawks have to regroup. Into the zone it goes, the Moose have it. They always have a guy floating high so far. Off the skate into the Stormhawk zone. Lindell's going to go. He's going to reverse directions. Zeltinger's there to get it to McNabb. McNabb's gonna swing it back. Zeltinger's there. Picked up by McNabb. McNabb over to Lindell. Lindell up to Nutter. Nutter enters the zone along with Kleva and McNabb. Behind the net it goes. Moose intercepted. They get it up to their wing. It's a one-on-one with Dreyer. Dreyer's able to poke it away and give a little hip check. But someone's got to help him out. It's a 2-on-1. Dreyer's able to maintain and get it out. They've been out there a long time. Going on over a minute. Intercepted behind the net, and they missed the pass, and it's going to be icing on the Moose. 10-10. They got to go back to those quick shifts. Nicolette, center, takes the draw. Picked up by Heinz. Heinz gives it a shot off the side of the net. Still have control. It's on front. Nichols sweeps it. Branch sweeps it. Gets it to Heinz. Heinz takes a shot. Just misses the upper corner. Kept in at the zone. Oh, it's pushed out. It's the Moose coming down at 2-on-1. Shot. Webster's going to get it. Covered up. And at 9:51, there'll be a face-off inside the Stormhawk zone. Glove side. The intensity seems to be good. It seems like the Moose are getting an opportunity, better opportunities going down the ice, looking for that home run pass. Picked up by Nickel. He's going to reverse directions. Grant's there to give a whack. Reverses directions to break there. He's going to push it up the boards to Heinz. Back down low behind the net. The net's off big time. The officials are letting it go. Net was just bouncing around. The way it was going, I didn't think there was pace. Net's off its bearings. It'll be a face-off to the blocker side inside the Stormhawk zone. Face-off won by Rotunda. They're ringing around. It's going to be bumped by Blake Van. Picked up by the Moose. Moose come in. Shot. Pad. Zeltinger's going to get it over to Lindell. Banked off the boards. It's going to go all the way down, but I think it's going to be on net. Pushed away. Intercepted by Kleva, but one of the Vans are way too deep. He had to wait. Shot. Blake Van's going to get there. And the Moose are going to skate it out. And the Moose are going to skate it out. Moose. Then he back out. It's pushed down the ice. And again, we're taking long shifts. 7 minutes to go. Back out to the point. Lindell gets it. Takes a shot. Tipped and blocked by the goaltender. Zeltinger is able to hold at the line and finally jumps out to the neutral zone. Dab gets it over to Lindell. Stormhawks are going to out. They're trying to get the D. Lindell gets it, tries to push it up the board. It's going to be picked up by Zeltinger over. Played it on the board, gets it to Heinz. Heinz going to come in, he's got Brandt takes a shot, no rebound there. And at 6:09, there'll be a face-off inside the Moose zone. Nickel on the draw, glove side in the Moose zone. Face-off knocked to the boards. Nickel has it. Not out of the zone, pushed back down low behind the net. Heinz is there along with Brandt and Nickel. Played upon the boards. Brandt's gonna get a hook. No, they're gonna let that one go. Should have been a hook. Nickel has it. Comes in on the zone. And Brandt takes one in the back of the head. I guess. Face off inside the Moose zone. It's Honda's at center, along with the Vans at the sides. One by the Moose. They ring it around the boards over to their wing. Kept in by, skipped out of the zone, but not by Dreyer at this point. So 3-on-1 at this point. And the Moose are able to come out of off the board with it. They center it across. No shot. Banked out on the boards, kept in by the point. Shot over to the other side. Centered out front. It's a race for it. Van gets pulled down, and we're going to go on the power play at 5:05 of the first period. So the first man advantage goes to the Stormhawks at 5:05, 4-0. Stormhawks on the 4. Rotunda at center, along with McNabb and Olin Van at its sides. Face-off is won by the Moose. They just kind of get it and chip it out, flip it out into the zone. It's going to be picked up by Thorpe, where he's going to regroup behind the net. Over to Rotunda. Rotunda's going to skate it over, tries to get McNabb. Puck goes into the zone, but is picked up by the Moose. Rung out, takes a weird hop off the glass. And the Moose are able to grab it and skate it out, and it's a 2-on-2. Moose come down, he beats the defender, takes a shot, and short-handed goal. Puts Monticello up 1-0 at 4:30 of the first period. So a short-handed goal for the Moose. 30 seconds gone on the power play. Still a minute 24 to go. Nutter's going to chase. Behind the net, he's able to chip it out. Clava gets it, push it along the boards. Kept in by Lindell. Lindell's going to dump it in deep. Someone's got to get it. Heinz is there. Clava's able to keep it back in the zone. Dumps it down low. Nutter's going to finally pick it up, but he gets it taken away from his stick, and the Moose are able to chip it back out as the Stormhawks got to retreat into their zone to regroup. Lindell gets it. He tries to get it out, and it's going to be, could have almost been icing as Monticello goes D to D, chips up to the wing, and their wing tips it in off to the official. To break has it, he starts to skate it up. He gives it right to the Moose. And again, Stormhawks are having issues with the power play. Clava comes through the middle. Puck is loose. Shot on the goaltender. And at 3:23 of the first period, it's 1. I don't think the Stormhawks have set up anything in the power play yet. 19 seconds remain on the man advantage for the Stormhawks. Hit down low. Grant's going to get it. Out to the point it goes. Flip down low. Grant gets it, chips it right out front. Blake Van kept in at the point. Oh, it jumped the stick, and the Moose are going to skate it out. And the power play is over. Both teams are at full strength as the Moose dump it in deep. Zeltinger's there. Chipped out of the zone, and the Moose regroup at center ice. Blake Van there to chase. Picked up by Nickel. Nickel has it. He gets it chipped away. It's up to Brant. Brant gets it. The Moose are going on a power play. A penalty again, and I didn't see what happened. Cross check they're calling. And the Stormhawks are going to get another opportunity on the power play. Shots in favor 8-5 for the Stormhawks, but they trail 1-0 at 2:37. Rotunda at center, McNabb and Olin Van at the sides to break and Lundell at the point. Face-off is controlled by the Stormhawks. Back to the point. McNabb has it on the boards to break up high with Lundell at his side. Break's going to give it to McNabb. McNabb's got room. Comes in, takes a shot. It's going to put it in. Nice little lane for McNabb to come in. Pass from Lundell to the guy committed to the break. Left McNabb all alone, and he puts it upper corner, and that puts the Stormhawks on the board, with the score tied 1-1 at 2:23. First opportunity for them to get set up, and I believe that was their first shot of the power play. Face-off is controlled by the Moose. They dump it down behind Webstead. McNabb is there. He dumps it back in the zone. They hit the guy right in the slot. We got two there. The puck is loose. Oh, Lindell got in the way enough to cause that guy not to get a shot. They're going to get it over to Olin Van. He's going to dump it low and chase. Tries to center it. Goes out the back of the net. He's ridden off by a Moose. Rotunda's there and gets it to McNabb. McNabb takes a shot. Flips high into the sky. Off the stick, minute 45, 1-1. Clava, Nutter, and Heinz out there. They're trying to secure the net by icing it in on the Stormhawks zone. Face-off controlled by the Stormhawks. Heinz takes it. Rebound right there. Nutter can't get a stick on it. Reverse directions as the Moose chip it out to the far wing. The far wing's got the center coming up. He has to delay as they enter the zone. Makes a toe drag on Dreyer. Takes a shot. Nice save by Webstead. Second shot by the Moose, and Webstead makes a nice save 2 in a row. As defense got beat on that, and he came in for a clean shot twice. Clava on the draw. Inside the Stormhawks zone, blocker side. Moose win the draw. Do a little fancy pass and was able to get a shot. Not enough to fool Webster. Nutter gets it up. Heinz is there. Down below the net it goes. Chipped out of the zone. Still in the zone. Knocked back deep. Nutter's there. He tries to get a piece of it, but the Moose are able to break it out and chip it down the ice. Switch them. They've been out there for 55 seconds. Play on the draw, controlled by the Moose. Zeltinger's there. They can't get by him. He plays it off the boards. Nutter picks it up, enters zone wide, leans in, gets written off. No call. Moose are able to pick it up. They're going to skate it up. Gets it over to the wing on the far, near side as they enter the zone on Zeltinger. Right to the guy in the slot. I think Heinz was able to get a stick on that to deflect it. Out high it goes. Heinz is going to get it. He's going to skate it up. Over to Kleva. Kleva gets it, tries to hit the backside door. Unable to get a stick on it. Comes through the high slot, takes a shot, takes a save. Back to the point, tries it, and that's going to end the score 1-1 after the first period. So the score is 1-1, 15 minutes on the clock. Face off is Nickel. Nickel's going to get it. Kicked by Brandt. Brandt gets put on his butt, but he pops back up. Drake is there, rides the man off, pushed up the boards. Intercepted by Nickel. Nickel's got Heinz. He's got Brandt up there as well. Gets up to Brandt. Can't quite handle it. Pushes it behind the net. He's ridden off. Out front to Nickel. Can't quite get a stick. Dreyer's there. Down to Brandt in the corner. It's a 2-on-1. Nickel comes over to help. He's going to get it off. Back to Dreyer. He's got two in front. Oh, he's going to dump it back down low. Brandt might be a little gimpy. Brandt has it. Centers it out front. Doesn't quite make it to Nickel. Nickel has it. Back it to break. Take shot. Right on. Stick save to the corner. Brandt's going to get, picks it up. Tries to get it to the fence off the skate. Nickel knocks a guy down. Tabrake has it. He gets it picked. They got to get off. Down low it goes. Too long a shift, guys. Up to Brandt. Brandt tries to tip it out of his zone. Unsuccessful. Dreyer is going to get it out. And it's going to pop out. And the Moose are going to regroup. Got to get off. Stormhawks did not come to play today. Ridden off by the Moose. Dreyer's going to ring it around. Olin Van out. Chip feet up. Finally knocked Rams to an edge. He dropped like a bag of it. He's going to be able to keep it in the zone. Van has it in the corner. Lars. And they lots. So with McNabb waits as they're going to go on their first punt. Nutter's going to take the draw inside the Stormhawk zone. Nutter and McNabb out there, along with defense of Thorpe and Zeltinger. Moose control long boards. Down low it is. High reverse and able to up wide. Shot tip. Ooh. Grabbed by Olmstead as it slid slowly. He was able to block. Quick draw. At least two. Pass. High over to the far wing. That puts the Moose up 2-1 on a power play goal at 11:25. Nickel at center, Heinz and Brand at the side, Lindell and Tebrake at the point. Face-off is kicked over to Heinz. Heinz going to dump it in. Stopped behind the net by the goaltender. By the move, is going to run. Spike comes in. Dave. One at 11-4. The Stormhawks got to start playing as a team here. All he did was push that out. Defense swept at it, missed it a couple times, went backdoor, and he was able to bump it in. Face off, Thorpe has it. Tries to get it over to Nutter. Unsuccessful, and the Moose come in. A 2-on-1, 3-on-1, gets it. A bit of Chips out, through the skates of Van and dump back in. And the Moose make a change with a one-man forecheck. Rotunda looked like he was dragged down, no call there. And the Moose are doing a good job of pinching the blue line. That's it, he gets hooked enough on the stick to bring down. Oh, 15. Lindell's corners it, no one's there. On it goes. Zeltinger's there, he's going to lose it. Flipped out. McNabb gets it. He's going to go to Heinz on this side. Heinz enters the zone, takes a shot. Goalie can't club it cleanly. And the Moose are going to come back out of the zone. Grab by Tabreak. He's going to try and get it in deep. And it's played around at the blue line, and finally it's dumped in. What are they doing? Moose come right back down into the zone. Nutter's going to get it. He can't control it cleanly, but it's a 1-on-4. Kind of gets pushed down. Moose come back into the zone. He goes wide, ridden wide by Tabreak. Dreyer's going to get it. Boy, the officials made some great saves today. Nickel has it. No one can get it in. He's going to in. He's going to in. Able to get the shot, or a good shot, I should say, as the Moose come down. Nutter's going to ride him out. Nickel is there as well. Puck is loose. Nickel's there. Going to be picked up by Van. Van enters the zone. He gets a stick.
Holds him backwards.
Yeah. Rotunda at center. Draw is won by the Moose. They try to flip it out. Could have been interference on the Moose. He took out the break. Puck wasn't even there. Chip to the center. Going to be picked up by Lindell. Lindell's going to get it to Blake. Blake Van takes a shot right on, and they face off inside the zone. Olin Van, he's going to be to the corner, back to the point it goes to Tabreak. Tabreak takes a shot, puck is loose, and covered up by the goaltender, so at least they're getting some pressure on at 6:01. That was probably the best opportunities they've had here. Play at center. Face off to the glove side of the goaltender. Moose control the draw. Dump it in deep behind the net of Arnold. And the Moose are going to get a penalty. McNabb's got it. He's got Kramer as well, as long as also with Tabreak. They control it. Arnold should be going off. third power play of the game. On the draw, won by the Moose, controlled by the Moose. Back to Dreyer, high at the point, over to Thorpe. Thorpe on the side, Dreyer high, Clava at the other side. Dryer's going to get it, takes a shot. Back high to the point. Thorpe back door, Clava gets it, shot. By the Moose. Down. We got to get some intensity here because it's not working. The Moose are firing on cylinders. The Stormhawks are not. Nickel on the draw, controlled by Lindell, over to Thorpe, up to Grant. Grant's going to try and get it in the zone. He's ridden off, banked off the boards, over to Lindell. Lindell gets it. They're going to set up. They got Tinger high. Lindell's right there. Grant's in front. Drummond. Oh! Lindell got it. Grant got a piece of it. Chips up over the net. It's funny, they have the smallest guy out there in front of the net. Van on the face-off again. Owen Van wins the draw, back to Lindell, to Zeltinger. Over to Lindell. Rebound. Still out of the box if they lose the draw, which I think the Moose have won most of the draws. Move again, and they're looking to flip it, and that's what they were going for, but he flipped it out of the rink. They were looking for the fast break. Both teams will be at 5-on-5 with 3:24 in the second period. Rotunda at center. Wins the draw, back to the point. Dreyer unable to get enough of it to keep it on net. Down low it goes. Rotunda pins his guy up against the boards. They go to the far wing, or the near wing. Intercepted by Tabrake. Tabrake gets it. Centered out in front, intercepted by Dreyer. Rotunda gets it, he banks it into the corner. A scrum for the puck. There's 3 Stormhawks there, 2 Moose. Picked up by Blake Van, he's going to skate it up, being bothered. Comes through, tries to get it over to McNabb on the far side. Official again makes another block. It's his 4th or 5th save of the game. Try to Thorpe. Van is there, battle along the boards. Thorpe keeps it in. Thorpe. Van is there, battle along the boards. Thorpe keeps it in. Flips it towards the corner. And the Moose are going for that big breakout. They're able to control it. He comes down. He's got a little speed. Tries to center. It's going to be intercepted by Heinz. So you got Heinz, Clava, and Nutter out there right now. Moose take a shot. Pad save. Leg take a shot. Pad save. Leg save by Arnold. Heinz gets it. He tries to get up by Arnold. Heinz gets it. He tries to get up to Nutter. Nutter can't get by the defense. Picked up by Clava. Clava comes in. He's shot high above the net. Oh, the body. Nickel, Olin Van, and Brandt out there forwards. Lindell in to break at the point. Controlled by the Stormhawks. Brandt gets knocked down. Rebound right there. Shot. Oh, Olin Van did a swing around. Just missed the net. The Stormhawks may have one more rush. And that's going to be it. And they center it right to the Moose. And the Moose flip it in. It'll be a face-off outside the Stormhawk zone with 4.2 seconds remaining in the second period. Face-off is won by the Moose. They're going to push it down. It's going to end the second period. That ends the second period with the Stormhawks trailing 4-1. Start of the third period, 15 minutes on the clock. Stormhawks down 4-1 to the Moose. Draw controlled by the Moose. They try to go for the wing, and it's an icing quickly, 7 seconds into the period. The face-off will be down in the Monticello zone, glove side of the goaltender. Play that center. Draw is won by the Moose. Spun around, held in by Lindell, knocked down low, tipped, but no one's there but the Moose. Moose take it behind the net again, change directions, hit their wing. Wing tries to hit their center. He's unable to field it cleanly. Lindell is there, banks it off the boards. Gets it to Clava. Clava beats the guy. He's coming down. It's a 2-on-2. 3-on-2 with a... Tries to center it, comes across, popped up in the air. Don't exactly know what happened there. Hand pass. They can get some shots on this goalie. He seems to have a pretty good eye for the puck. They got to get it there and get it quick. Nickel, Brandt, Heinz out there at forward. One is Zeltinger and Thorpe. Outside the zone it goes. And they're deciding where to take the face off. It's outside the zone. All right, we're going to get it. Nickel at center. Puck is controlled by the Moose and flipped out into the bench. It'll probably be at center ice, maybe? I don't know. Back to the outside the Moose zone, bench side. 4-11. Nicholas. Draw is drawn back. Thorpe gets it. He can't control it. It comes back. Thorpe's going to pick it up. He's going to go over to Zeltinger. Zeltinger to Thorpe. Thorpe's going to go far side to Heinz, who loses an edge, and it's going to be icing at 13:54. Face off down in the Stormhawk zone. 4-1 in favor of the Moose. They win the draw, walk it right through, and did exactly what Clava has done with Nutter several times. Batted forward, beat it, knocked it, and the wing just knocked it in. And that puts them up 5-1. Nineteen, 20, 19 seconds. What the? Lindell tries to get it by. Chipped up, gathered by Clava. He's got it down. Takes a shot, and the goalie makes the save. Yep. Face off in the Moose zone, trailing 5-1. Face off controlled by the Moose. They're winning most of the face offs. Chip to the wing. The wing's going to skate it out. Center's bursting down as well. It's going to be offsides. Face off outside the Stormhawk zone. Draw is gathered by Zeltinger. Changes directions around the net. Tries to get it out. Unable to do it. Feeds the guy in front. Lindell has it. Banked off the boards. Back to the point. Who keeps it in. Dumps it low. Right to the guy in the slot. Picked up by Nutter. Nutter to McNabb. McNabb dumps it in. Behind the net it goes. They need a little bit of a forecheck. Intercepted by Dreyer. It's going to be offsides. And 12:51 left in the third period. Lots of whistles, no real action. Picked up by the defense, overskated, played along the board. Heinz has got it. Takes a shot high off the blocker. Grant's there. He's going to dump it down low. Behind the net it goes again. Heinz is there. Nickel is there to help. So 3-on-2 at this point. Puck is still loose. Moose are able to get it out. They come down to the wing, comes through. Grant checks the guy into Dreyer. Dreyer drives him away. Puck is loose. Picked up by Nickel. Nickel has got Heinz and he's got Dreyer as well. Comes through, takes a shot high of the net. They got to start hitting the net. Chipped up, the Moose are going to have a 1-on-0. Takes a shot, he misses the net. Thorpe gets it. Van gets a piece of it, pick up a Rotunda. Rotunda's got it, if he goes wide, he's got him beat. Size gets it chipped away, tries to center it. It leaves the zone where Lindell can't keep it in. He spins and loses it. TeBreak gets it, trying to clear it. Van gets it, changes directions, going to get over to Olin. Van, he comes in, he's got a 2-on-1, he's got Rotunda breaking. Rotunda gets it behind the net, he's looking, goes high to the point. Shot right there, and the glove saved by the goaltender at 11:08. Face off to the blocker side of the Moose goalie, 11:08, down 5-1, outshooting 5-19. Although that could be a little deceiving based on the quality of shots. Kept in at the point by Lindell, and then knocked out. TeBreak's gonna race for it. He gets it picked by the Moose. Up to the point, Moose keep it in. Shot right on Arnold. He makes a save right in the center mass. Down low. Back to the slot. Off the pipe. Arnold does a flying something. Shot. Arnold has no idea where it is. He was looking over towards the fans, and the puck was on the bench side, and it's just knocked in from his backside. That puts the Moose up 6-1. Played along the boards, rubbed off by the Moose. Hit the blue line. 10:08 remaining. One more goal should be running time. Face-off is dumped in by Heinz. Behind the net it goes. Nicola's going to chase. Brant's going to get a piece of it. Push back to the point. Shot wide of the net by about 4 feet. Heinz takes a shot. Rebound right there. Goalie swallows it up. As Nicola and Brant collide, going for the puck. Biggest hit of the period. Face off, won by the Moose. Brant's there. Nicola's there. He's going to try to keep it in. Comes out to the neutral zone. Moose skated up. Swatted away by Dreyer. Heinz is going to get it. He's going to come try to get it through. Overskates the puck. Nichols, Heinz, and Dreyer's there. Dreyer's looking for blood. Grant tries to get it through. Nichol gets it. They're coming up. They got a 3-on-1. Takes a shot. Blocker save. Another shot and a glove save. As you can see, frustration setting in on the Stormhawks. 3-on-1. Rotunda on the draw. The Moose win the face-off. Controlled by them, they bank it out. Zelltinger over to Lindell. Lindell fans on it. Swatted into the Moose zone, but back out into the neutral zone. Chipped in towards Arnold, intercepted by Lindell. Zelltinger gets it up to Blake Van. Blake goes wide like he should. He goes deep. Centers it out in front. Can't quite get the stick on it out front. Another one pushed in front. But intercepted by the Moose, who come down and just dump it deep. Controlled by the wing. Intercepted by the Moose. There's 3 of them there. Inside the zone, it's going to go to the glove side of Arnold. Clave at center along with McNabb and Nutter at its side. Face-off is controlled by the Moose. Shot wide of Arnold from the point. Puck is right out front. Oh, nice pad save by Arnold. Rebound came right out to the Moose. They shot it over the net. They got Nutter up ahead. Tries to get it, and it's going to be a icy. Thorpe tried to get Nutter, but missed him by a good margin. .7:57 remaining in the third period. I don't know if there's a time on this game or not, but with all the whistles that we've had, it's been pretty weak. Heinz going to get it. He's going to get it up. Brant's got a 1-on-1. Brant makes a move, comes through, and he was able to get that through. So that might be a little too late. They need another 4. Yeah. Again, if they're running on a time, they might want to line up. I don't know what it is, but so Brant gets the goal on we'll say a 1-on-1. Moose come right back. They got a 2-on-1. Take a shot. Arnold makes the save off his body. Picked up by Brant. Brant's going to chip it out. He's going to get it up. Jackson Heinz is going to pick it up. He's going to come in. He's got Nickel with him. Gets it over to Nickel. The rebound right there. Picked off by Nickel. Nickel takes it. And then the second goal in the same shift. It's the first time I've seen energy. So 7-19, Stormhawks get another goal, and that puts them within 3. See if Rotunda's line can do the same thing. If we get a goal a minute, we'll be all right. Rotunda wins the draw, back to Lindell. Lindell gets it up to Blake Van. Blake's going to pick it. He gets it, putt comes right out front, almost tipped in. That would have been pretty awesome. Flipped up to the winger. Now the Moose come back 2-on-1. They center it right across. Arnold makes the save. Putt right off of his stick. Out to the point. Still kept in. They did a hero sandwich without the sandwich part. Push down into the zone. The Moose have it off the boards, not out of the zone. Intercepted by Nutter. They're trying to get on sides. Nutter gets knocked off. The official makes his 6th of the game. Goes off the bench of the Moose. It went off the hand of one of the guys hanging over. They didn't call it. Right out in front of the slot. Clava's going to chase after it, tries to get it out. It's going to go to Nutter. Nutter's got a 1-on-1. If he goes wide, he gets dragged down. Nothing. Wow. Walks right in. Thorpe has it. He's looking for someone. He goes up high. Clava's high at the point, covering. Dumps it down low. As the Moose are trying to go far side. Behind the net, it goes into the corner. Captain myself right there. Puck is loose. Rebound right there. And they crash the net, but are unable to get a stick on it at 5:23. Could have used that. (42-24) shots in favor of the Stormhawks. Nickel at the face-off. Wondering what's going on. Brand has it. Centers it right across. No one's there. Heinz takes the guy off with the puck easily. Kept in at the point. Heinz gets it. Goes into the corner. Nickel is going to chase. Nickel is going to pick him. The Moose are able to get it to their wing and out to their center. As he comes down, Brandt's going to intercept it. Gets it up to Nickel. Nickel's got Heinz. Nickel gets rubbed off. Still by Brandt. Brandt gets it to Nickel. Nickel takes it from Brandt. One or the other. Brandt somehow still gets it. Nickel still has it. They're losing a little energy. They need a switch. 4:27. Jumps right out front. There's DeBrake. DeBrake takes a shot. Oh, great shot. Unable to sneak it through. He holds it into the icing on the Moose. For the Moose. By Dryer out of the zone. They got a 2-on-1. Dryer coming up. Dryer takes. He's playing up a little bit. Rotunda's point. Rotunda got it. They're putting on the pressure. The break still has it. He's looking for someone. Gets a nice tip by, who was that? Blake, man? Owen, Blake. They need to be like number 9 and number like 33 or something. These dark numbers kind of suck. B18. So they're gonna, I don't know what they're doing. They're wasting time is what they're doing. They're going, unless they're giving a penalty. Took them a good minute to get that penalty straightened out. Power play opportunity for the Stormhawks. They leave the original line out there, and now they're just gonna kill some more time. $3-18 down by 2. Might as well pull the goalie, right? Play out there on the draw. See if he can draw this back to Zeltinger. Gets controlled by the Moose along the boards. Intercepted by the Stormhawks. Nutter has it down low. He tries to center it out front. Moose get it, and they're going to fling it down the ice. Why didn't he? Wouldn't that have been icy? Zeltinger off the boards, gets it up to Nutter. Nutter's going to enter the zone. Far back. Goal right, maybe. Back to the point. 2:44. Set up high. For the side. Gets it down. Try on point. Pop. Nutter it around. It's going to be Zeltinger. 2:15 remaining. Minute left in the power play. Shot wide of the net. Hide in the spot over the. Can't handle it. Zeltinger's going to skate it up. Tries to get it. Gets intercepted by the Moose, and they're going to come right on the ice. They're going to Heinz. Dump it in the face. Minute 27, 26, 25. Grant gets it in the slot. Tries to get through. That's going to be an icing. Minute 15. 14, 13. Now they're just letting it run. Rotunda comes in for the goalie. Down to Brant. Grant gets it picked, and it's going to be shot, but it's going to be icing. But the clock is continuing to run, so the Moose really don't care at this point. Face off to the glove side of the Moose. This is going to make the Moose day beating this team. Face off control out to the high to the D. It's right there. It's loose in front. And it's chipped out again down the ice. It's not going to be icing as 20 seconds remain. Someone's got to be up high with the 6th man. They're going to get it, and the Moose are going to shoot it right back down. Heinz is there. He's going to tip it to Brant. Brant takes it to Nickel. It's in front of Rotunda. Rotunda can't quite get a full shot out of it.